Here are interesting facts about geoglyphs made in the soil of the Nazca Desert in southern Peru, the Nazca Lines. Geologists believe that these series of geoglyphs were likely made between 400 and 600 AD. It is 15 miles wide and runs some 37 miles parallel to the Andes and the Pacific Ocean. The desert is not sandy, but made of dark red surface stones and soil with lighter colored subsoil beneath. The lines were created by clearing away the darker upper layer to reveal the lighter subsoil. The discovery of two new small figures was announced in early 2011 by a Japanese team from Yamagata University. One of these resembles a human head and is dated to the early period of Nazca culture or earlier, and the other, undated, is an animal. The Nazca Lines were designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1994. Other theories were that the geometric lines could indicate water flow or irrigation schemes, or be a part of rituals to summon water. It also has been theorized that the lines could act as an astronomical calendar. The spiders, birds, and plants may be fertility symbols. There are more than 70 different designs made by these Nazca Lines. Some of the lines span distances of 600 feet, 180 meters, and they depict everything from simple designs and shapes to characterizations of plants, insects, and animals. Astronomer Robin Edgar presented the theory that the Nazca Lines, particularly the ones that feature animals, fish, and humans, were created in order to respond to the eye of God, which would be a feasible explanation as during the Nazca Line period it coincides with a large amount of solar eclipses that occurred back then over the southern Peru area. Robin Edgar believed this as a solar eclipse might resemble the pupil and iris looking down on the people below, therefore it is believed that the lines were created in order for the eye in the sky to view the Nazca Lines. The Nazca Lines are featured in the book Chariots of the Gods by Eric von Daniken that discusses his belief that the Nazca Lines were created by aliens and used as landing strips. Eric von Daniken felt that the designs were too complex and covered such a large distance that they could not have been created by humans due to the size of the lines, lack of tools, plus they had no ability to view the lines from the air. Although partially visible from the nearby hills, the first to report them were Peruvian military and civilian pilots. Paul Kosak, a historian from Long Island University, is credited as the first scholar to study the Nazca Lines. In the country in 1940–41 to study ancient irrigation systems, he flew over the lines and realized one was in the shape of a bird. Maria Reich, a German translator who spent years studying the site and lobbying for its preservation, also concluded that it was a huge astronomical calendar and that some of its animal sketches were modeled after groupings of stars in the night sky. In 1967, however, the American astrophysicist Gerald Hawkins found no correlation between changes in the celestial bodies and the design of the Nazca Lines. Here is the most famous theory about the Nazca Lines. Ancient astronauts. Without a doubt, the most infamous theory about the Nazca Lines' origin was that proposed by Eric von Daniken in his 1968 book Chariots of the Gods. This theory held that ancient Nazca was the landing site for an extraterrestrial spacecraft. The alien beings supposedly imparted the local people with special knowledge and technology before returning to their home planet. After the departure of these ancient astronauts, the Nazca culture built a series of giant images and designs as messages to the extraterrestrial beings, whom they viewed as gods. This theory has achieved widespread notoriety after being featured in the popular History Channel series Ancient Aliens. In early 2018, images of a Nazca mummy resembling stereotypical depictions of extraterrestrials went viral on internet social networks. The academic credentials and research methods of the Russian researcher behind these images have since been called into question, but the images have brought even more attention to this far-out theory.